Humans are just toys on God's table. If he is in a bad mood, it could lead to human extinction. The story begins with God creating the world. He sits in his office reading a book, and in front of him is a large table representing the earth. Primitive people have just been born, the first trees have grown, and elephants are walking around. God is enjoying his day and reading his book. His butler, Jeffrey, asks him if the book is good. God replies that it only slightly satisfies his taste, but he is pleased that the book has a recipe for a black hole. As he turns the page, he notices that the people on Earth have become lively. A primitive man is rubbing a stick against a rock for hours. God finds this very interesting, as if he is watching a TV show, and is satisfied with his creation. Suddenly, he witnesses primitive people inventing fire. He does not like this kind of independence at all. Angry, God wonders what year it is on Earth, and the butler tells him that humans shouldn't have invented fire for another 200,000 years. Furious, God orders Jeffrey to put out the fire, and the butler immediately does so, blowing toward the crowd. Humans perceive this as a powerful wind, and the fire is gone. Desperate, the humans drop to their knees in helplessness, while God calms down, picks up his book, and comments that people are annoying him. He orders Jeffrey to get the humans back to the cave. Jeffrey swipes his hand over the ground, making elephants run toward the humans, and frightened people hide in their cave. God says that they should shrink their brains. Very soon, the people are out of the cave again and start doing a ritual dance to bring rain. God starts cursing as he observes their actions, thinking they are ungrateful and constantly asking for things. Jeffrey tells him that they forgot to turn off the drought on Earth, so God instructs him to put some water down on Earth. Jeffrey, surprised by his generosity, smirks while saying, "God is merciful," and sprays water down on Earth from a mister. The people are grateful, raising their hands to the sky and rejoicing in the rain, which makes God laugh. He tells the butler to spray a few more times to make fun of these miserable humans, as it amuses him. After it's no longer fun, he sits down with his book and casually orders Jeffrey to release a plague on Earth. The butler is surprised by this sudden change in the creator's mood, and he is no longer smiling as he feels sorry for the humans. He puts the water bottle aside and compliantly walks toward an antique box with a horrifying bottle inside. Jeffrey looks pitifully at God, and with an expressionless face, he releases the plague on Earth from the bottle. People immediately fall to the ground, moaning and convulsing. God looks at the suffering humans with a blank face for a few seconds, and then resumes reading his book. Time passes, and it's modern day in London on God's table instead of grass and primitive humans. God sits beside the table, watching everything in his comfy pajamas, and stares boredly at Earth while Jeffrey brings him a bottle of the best wine from Lucifer. Lucifer has also sent him a letter suggesting how to improve things on Earth, hoping God has time to go bowling with him. While listening to the message from Lucifer, God draws Jeffrey's attention to a tall building in town, and the butler informs him that it is Ashley Tower. God rubs his eyes while ordering Jeffrey to set the tower on fire, curious to see what the people will do. The butler takes a box of matches out of his pocket, lights one, and throws it at Ashley Tower. God rejoices and praises Jeffrey for making a perfect hit as he listens cheerfully to the screams and cries of the people. He watches passionately as people run to the roof of the building, trying to survive and escape the fire. He warms his hands over the flames and imitates the humans' cries for help. Police and fire trucks quickly approach the building. He asks Jeffrey what he thinks the people on the roof are thinking right now, and the butler assumes they are thinking about their families and hoping to be rescued. God looks thoughtfully at the burning building and orders Jeffrey to send a twister at it. The butler guesses that he is thinking about a tornado and tells him that tornadoes are pretty rare in the city. God bursts out, calling people petty clowns, and comments that they couldn't even find other universes in space, which he created on Sunday night for fun. In a fit of anger, God demands a tornado. Jeffrey hesitates to disobey him and summons a tornado with a slight movement of his hand, right above the burning building. This natural disaster destroys all the people on the roof and spreads dust all over God's office. God coughs and orders the tornado to stop since it becomes hard to breathe in the room. After the dust clears, God is satisfied and tells Jeffrey to bring him some marmalade toast, and that's where the film ends. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss a new video. Thanks for watching.